Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon viewers. We're back again with another special guest, someone that I've known, but I haven't known that closely. And today's my opportunity to know her, and that's none other than our legal and compliance officer, Miss Sasha
ZAREBSKI. That's
Okay.
the story of my life. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So really, I'm actually not very good with the English names. On top of that, you give me a European name, and there's no way I'm going to get this European name right. So we've got your photo there, and we want you to tell us about the photo and also tell us about what legal and compliance officer does, because, you know, that's a really intriguing title, I must say, but I really don't know what it means.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the easy one, with the photo. That is me, the little one, and my older sister Yasmin, who some of the teachers know at school because my son Noah and Yasmin's daughter Hannah are in the same year. So yeah, Yasmin's my older sister. We do have a younger sister, Justine, but she is not born at this time of this photo. But I was going through my photos, and I think I picked this one because this story about me in this dress, everybody loves to have a good laugh at me every time it comes up. Yasmin was actually in that dress because we were going to a wedding and she was picked as flower girl and I was not. And I was very upset about it. And so my mum had to buy me a dress matching her so that even though I wasn't the flower girl, I could feel very special on the day.
Well, then tell us about what your title is. I mean, that's a great story there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's more interesting than my title. Legal and compliance officer. Yeah, so obviously before legal and compliance officer, I was doing the accounts, but I have a degree in law, and there seemed to be a need at the school we've got a lot of compliance and governance related, matters that we have to keep on top of. The Department of Education with NISA and so forth. And so there became a need for someone to fill that role. So essentially I'm making sure that the school is complying with all the governance requirements, that I assist with things to do with the board, because we have a new board of directors. And just keep on top of all of the sort of the compliance matters. I review policies, I review contracts. So I get to utilize some of my legal skills and assist the school in that way. And I really enjoy it. It's a lovely position to be in. So yeah.
Well, really good to hear what you do. I was thinking legal and compliance officer against the teachers. Glad. I'm kind of relieved after hearing what you do. So that's good.
I'm the school's legal representative. I'm here to protect the school, here to protect the teachers, the students. So no, I'm here to help. It's very it's satisfying. It's the first time ever in my entire career that I've truly loved my job. And to get up in the morning and be excited to go to work, to feel a sense of passion and a sense of enjoyment, not only for the work that I do, but for the staff that I get to come and see all the time, and which I'm missing at the moment, not being able to work at the office. And with this COVID, like last year I was on maternity leave and I missed everybody and came back. I got a few months of working and back at home again.
We're back again.
Yeah. So alhamdulillah for this. I'm really happy in my role.
Well, that's so glad to hear. But my first question, like I always ask everyone, what's something that you know really well?
Something that I know really well? I don't know if anybody knows anything really well.
There's always something that we say, you know what, I can do that well.
I can write a good letter.
Oh, yeah.
I can draft a good contract. I've always been really good at sports, which is something that not most people really know about me and wouldn't guess if you looked at me, but I can play netball really well. So that's something I've been doing since I was 7 years old, and I continued up until COVID. And I've always been passionate about sports, so I tend to be really good at sports. Athletics I also did when I was younger, tennis, but I'm not very good at swimming. I'm a land person.
I think humans were made for land, so
I agree.
You haven't made a mistake there. So that's
There we
good.
go.
Let the fish be in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm totally for that.
Well, I'll give you a student. You know, if you remember Miss Shabnam,
Yes.
Janet, she
Yes.
did an interview. She always wanted to learn netball. There we go.
Oh,
So we've got Miss Sasha, and she can definitely teach you some netball if you're listening to this later.
I would love to. At one stage I was training some of the children, Hannah being one of them, some of the girls, because they were playing netball on the weekend, and the parents asked for a coach. So for a while I was coaching then, just a few years ago. I love netball, honestly. I miss it so much. I can't wait to get back. I just play indoor netball now. You know, it's more casual. I have to work around my kids and my work and husband. So, but I really miss it, and I really do love sports. Sometimes I think I should have been a PE teacher.
Yeah, so my second question to you, something that you always wanted to learn, something, you know, it's been on your mind, okay, this is something I should have learned.
You know what? And actually, when I was watching Anissa's interview, what she said really rung true with me. And I don't even have as good an excuse as she does, but I really, really wanted always to learn Arabic and Polish. That's where the European name comes from. My dad is of Polish background. My mum is Egyptian. And growing up, because of the multicultural background, everyone just spoke English. And whilst my older sister Yasmin seemed to be able to pick up Arabic, we went to Egypt and visited a number of times. She picked it up over there. I'm just terrible at languages. Even in school, I failed French. I couldn't speak French. I was brilliant at other subjects and then absolutely hopeless at French. And so I did tajweed for a few years, thinking that would assist me. So I can read Arabic, but I have no idea what I'm saying. And I cannot converse in Arabic other than really, really basic. Like you would speak to a 2-year-old at the same level of Arabic that I have. So I would have always loved to, and I've just never been able to conquer it.
Well, look, I find it very surprising. I mean, they say you speak your mother's tongue. That's why they call it mother's tongue.
That's right. Well, look, I speak more Arabic than I speak Polish. So in that regard, it is true. And that's from hearing mum talk to other people in Arabic. But I think my level of Polish is so bad that I know 3 words and that is it. But, you know, I really, really wish I could have learned both, but especially Arabic, so I could have read and really understood the Quran for its meaning and not just be saying it without the comprehension. So, yeah.
You'll get many opportunities. You're in a really good place. I mean, you've got some really good teachers around in Arabic. You've got a whole department of Arabic. So there you go.
My children will surpass me in Arabic levels, and I'll still hope. Well, let's hope that I have another child starting next year in kindy. Maybe I can progress with him and try and at least stay up to whatever level he is achieving, inshallah.
Look, we wish you all the best in that journey. And my final question, like I ask always, what is something that people usually get surprised when they know about you? Something that, you know, when they hear about you, they really get surprised.
I don't know. I really don't know that one, because no one's really, I guess it's the before I was wearing the hijab, people were always shocked that I was Muslim because of my name. I was like undercover. So I guess that was probably what people were most surprised about. But other than, since I've been wearing the hijab, I think people have got, I'm a pretty open book. And I think I'm pretty much, I'm easy to get to know. So I don't think people are really surprised much anymore about me.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, look, it was really nice talking to you. It was a great experience and good to know you as well. Well, we still haven't finished. I want something from you, an advice for the whole entire AIA family, that what would you like to tell them in these difficult times? How can we go about? And, you know, what's some positive words that you would like to say?
Well, I think, you know, these difficult times, and it's something I think nobody was expecting. We thought we had the worst of it last year, and then this year, unfortunately, it has been much worse. But in these positive times, I think it's what you're doing is fabulous. You're reaching out to staff members, and I think if we can just ensure that we're all in able to be there for one another. It's really hard to keep in contact and to be able to check up on each other. I think as lockdown drags on, it is becoming harder and harder. So I think just to be there for one another and to try and just touch base, like a quick message, a quick phone call, a voice message, just to see how somebody that you know is going, somebody you haven't seen or heard from for a while. I think that would be just our responsibility to each other, and would be good to each other, because you just don't know what everybody is going through. You know, they might be able to put on a brave face, but it might be a very different story in the background.
Thank you so much for those kind words. Now we've got the difficult part of the day, the last part, the riddle. Hopefully you're very good with these riddles, because I'm going to ask my riddle and put you on the spot. You always get those 10 seconds.
I don't know about that.
Here and there if you want. So I'll give you those extra 5 seconds. So I want you to, I'm going to stop sharing your photo, and I'm going to share the riddle with you. And so hopefully you get this right.
Okay.
I'm counting on the legal side that hopefully you can get this right. All right, can you see my screen?
No pressure.
All right, I'm going to play that.
I can. Pink screen.
I'll give you 10 seconds to answer that question.
Okay. No idea. I absolutely do not know.
There you go.
What's happening?
So
I failed.
no, that's okay. Feed me, and it will give me life, but give me a drink, and I will die.
I'm thinking food. Fuel me. If you had said fuel me, I would have thought on the feed. Of course, I'm thinking about food because I love food.
Well, we all love food, and it was fire. Well, look, you did really well. I must say that. And I really wish you all the best. And it was really good knowing you. And I do think I'm actually getting to know people through this activity as well.
This is fabulous. Can I thank you for the initiative? Honestly, it's been so good to watch these videos. And like you said, it gives an opportunity, especially because I'm in the office, I don't get to interact with people as much as everybody else might. So this has been a really fabulous exercise. So I really appreciate you doing so.
Well, thank you so much. And you have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. See you.
Bye-bye.
I must say, one of those photos actually looks like Hannah.
Because that's Hannah's mum.
How do you say your surname?
ZAREBSKI.
ZAREBSKI. Okay.
Yeah, ZAREBSKI. Just exactly how it's spelled.
ZAREBSKI. Okay. Yeah. All good.